You might be a beautiful and interesting person, but if you have any kind of bad odor, all of that goes out the window and means nothing, because bad smells are something that naturally bother us. And the worst part is that sometimes we might smell bad and not even realize it, because we've already gotten used to that smell. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to keep yourself clean and make sure you're not someone who's bothering others with bad odor. Hair removal. Relax. I'm not going to tell you to remove all your body hair unless that's something you like. But what I mean here is that you should at least trim it to make hygiene easier. Of course, the intimate areas are essential. It's always good to be hairless there to make hygiene easier, since it allows the soap to come into better contact with the skin. However, when it comes to my armpits and legs, I just trim the hair, because those more masculine features are something I personally like to keep. But of course, if you prefer to shave everything or go completely hairless, that's totally fine too, since it's all about what works best for you. The only point that for me is extremely important is that in areas with excessive hair, like the intimate areas, I always recommend removing it to make cleaning easier. Choose a good deodorant. There is a big difference between deodorant and antiperspirant. The purpose of deodorant is that if you already have body odor, in other words, if you already have BO, it will make you smell more pleasant, so it's important to use it when you already smell bad. Antiperspirant, on the other hand, will help you not to sweat, meaning it prevents you from getting BO in the first place. Whether it's deodorant or antiperspirant, it's definitely a basic necessity, because our armpits naturally have an unpleasant odor that, when we sweat, is released into the air. But there are different levels of odor. Some people have a much stronger smell, while others have a much milder one. The problem is that when we get to the store, there are thousands of brands to choose from, and sometimes it gets a bit difficult. However, based on my experience, the ones I like most and that for me do the job well are from Dove and Nivea, because since I usually wear perfume, I don't like to be giving off several scents at the same time. And there are some deodorants that have a very strong smell and sometimes don't even control our sweat that well. And for me, Dove and Nivea really do a good job. They're not so fragrant that they clash with other scents, and they control sweat very well. But if your body odor is very strong, there's a lot of talk these days about natural deodorants, which are a bit more expensive. But they're a crystal that lasts a long time and does a great job of preventing body odor. The most talked about brands are Leif's and Alva, but there are other brands as well. It's up to your preference. Also, leave a comment below telling us which deodorant you use and if it's good, or if there's one you've used that you think is really great and would recommend to others. I'll be reading all the comments, and I'm curious to know too. Shower. Taking a good shower, making sure to wash every part of your body thoroughly is crucial. And you don't need to take 7 showers a day. One well-taken shower is enough, especially because taking too many showers a day can actually harm your skin, and that's probably not what you want. 1 shower a day using a soap that cleans well without being harsh on your skin is perfect. Hair. Before bathing, come wash your hair. I am not a fan of washing your hair every day, even though it will damage your hair, leaving it brittle and dry. So that complete wash using shampoo and conditioner, it's best to do it a maximum of 4 times a week, that is, every other day. And using a shampoo and conditioner appropriate for your hair type. Foot odor. This is a point that many people forget, especially because our feet are usually hidden inside a sneaker and not everyone can smell the odor. But it is always important during bath time to remember to wash your feet well, between your toes. When you're done, dry it well. Always wear clean socks and if possible, use foot powder. This will help you a lot, especially because we think that since our feet are far from our nose, they don't smell bad. When in reality, it's a combination of factors that makes a person not smell good. Clean bedding. Always remember to change your bed sheets, clean the place where you live, and keep everything well ventilated because most of the time, the smell in your bed can transfer to your body and your clothes, making you not smell so good. Brush your teeth. Probably our mouth is the place that will start to smell bad the fastest if you don't take good care of it. So, always remember to brush your teeth carefully to reach all areas and remove all the bacteria. Besides the toothbrush, it's always good to remember to use dental floss because it will reach places the brush couldn't. And as an extra tip, use a tongue scraper because it can clean that white coating that forms in our mouth and is the main cause of bad breath. And always remember to brush your teeth at least twice a day because that way you definitely won't have any problems with your mouth. Learn how to use perfume. I've already talked a lot here on the channel about how important it is to use a good perfume, but today I'm going to teach you how to use perfume. The best areas for you to apply it are on your neck and in the folds of your body, for example, the inside of your elbows and knees, on the back side in this case. But the main spots are the neck and the inside of the elbow, because since these areas are warm, they help the perfume to disperse better. Also, when someone greets you, it's common for your faces to touch, and the scent on your neck goes straight to their nose. So that's why these areas are extremely important for applying perfume. And be very careful not to overdo it, because if you use too much, you'll just overwhelm your perfume, and the scent that you wanted to smell nice will actually become cloying to others. I only spray once in each spot. For example, when I apply it, I do one spray on one side of my neck, another on the other side, and one more spray on each inside of my elbows. Great, perfect, you don't need anything else. If YouTube Shop is already available for me, I'll leave some options for good perfumes in case you want to buy them. By following these tips, there's no way you won't be a fragrant person. And if you already follow them, just keep it up. So that's it. These were some tips on how to smell better. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel, and see you anytime.